some dude, some rapping wrestler dude, Shiloh Jones, did this open rap challenge tweet thing with a video, and he tagged me in it.
Price check on Wagners, down aisle 3. I'm talking OME.
Dude, these are trash. And I told the world, I maybe shouldn't have done that. I have a real life maniac inside of me.
I'm just a jock wearing John Cena cosplay.
How big is he?
He's not that tall.
Okay, he's short, squatty.
He's kind of big. I think his signature move is a heart punch.
You should wear chest protection.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, D'Lo Brown chest.
D'Lo Brown chest
That could be part of my outfit.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried to talk him out of it, but he seems pretty dead set on doing this.
What doesn't go away is that lasting impression of having given your all.
Those ropes are steel cables.
Right.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. It's what's in your heart.
Shiloh putting the boots to open mic.
This is what we call in Kentucky a Friday night.
You can be an eagle, a real eagle. Instead of scratching with the chickens like Shiloh Jones does, you're gonna soar with the eagles, and you're gonna put a whooping on Shiloh Jones that Ajax won't take off.
Press play. There's the magic finger. Pressing down. Yeah.
The Wrestling Club with Darren and Brett. We've got a show that you'll never forget.
Greetings, Grapple fans, and welcome to WFMU's Wrestling Club, the only space that's safe for all wrestling fans, whether they're casual, lapsed, obsessed, or ashamed. I'm Darren Mabey, broadcasting live in Jersey City at WFMU headquarters, and I'm joined via satellite by the assassin number 1 to my assassin number 2, Mr. Brett Davis. Brett, we got a big show tonight, don't we?
Oh, I really look forward to what tag team partner I'll be.
Yeah, this week I made, last week you were Lord Al Hayes, which I realized was a bit of a dig. So this week I made you assassin number 1.
And I'm proud. I'm proud to be the first assassin.
I mean, there's nothing I love more in wrestling than a plain mask.
Well, this is a weird week to be talking about wrestling because it's election night in America.
Yeah.
Part 4.
It's been a long 96 hours.
Yeah.
I've been awake for all of them. Just refreshing.
I've been sleeping in 3-hour chunks.
And
then I'll wake up and get excited thinking I'm missing. You don't want to sleep through the announcement.
I slept through Michigan the other night. Oh, it just ruined me. I was so invested. But now we got our command center here. We'll let you know.
My map, which is off camera, but
I figure if you're listening, you probably are trying to get a break from it. So we won't go into it too much. Even though it technically is related, it does involve a WWE Hall of Famer.
This is true. We are live on Friday night when we're recording this, so you may already know who your president is, but we just most certainly know who it will be unless there's
cheating.
Anyway, cheating.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we should just jump right into the news.
Update.
Great. I was so proud of that.
Darren worked really hard on
hours, days. Let's play it again.
I should say first we got a big show.
Oh my goodness! Of course, we have the biggest show.
The biggest guest we've had from the world of music. Open Mike Eagle is going to be joining us in just a few minutes,
talking his new album, Anime, Trauma, and Divorce.
And Shalewa Sharpe will be joining us later in the hour to talk about wrestlers and their musical career side projects. And if you want to be part of this conversation, just dial in 732-200-CLUB. I'll put that number in the chat. Please call in. Tell us about your favorite wrestlers who have embarked on their own personal musical journeys.
Yeah, wrestling and music is the topic tonight. So 732-200-CLUB to join tonight. Oh, boy. This is good.
Yeah. So we got Full Gear coming up this weekend.
That's pretty much it. That's the wrestling news. How much wrestling did you watch this week, Brett?
Not a ton. or if I did, I was watching it on mute with something else playing during. But I did watch Dynamite.
Same.
It's great. Eddie Kingston, John Moxley segment.
Unbelievable.
People check it out.
Eddie Kingston is my favorite. Has been for a long time. You know, it's so great to see Eddie finally getting a shot to be a top guy, to be a main eventer, and it was great. That segment was so good.
Remember when we sat in the cheap seats at Madison Square Garden with Eddie Kingston?
Yeah.
The three of us in an empty...
What was the main event? Wasn't it like Johnny Laurinaitis versus John Cena or something?
No, I think that was a different show. This was like a random like SmackDown ECW taping.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I just remember him watching with like intensity the whole time.
Yeah.
Be us wanting to just make fun of everyone and then being like, that'd be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Kingston's here.
Yeah.
He's going to cut a promo on us. Like,
those men are going out there and laying their bodies on the line. You little smartass. You want to make fun of them?
Yeah, it's not. You want to make fun of him? I don't know. Brett, you got to work on your Eddie Kingston.
Whatever.
It's okay. It's all right. You did a good job. No, that's going to be great. What else?
They're in the main event world championship. We got FTR and the Young Bucks for the tag team titles.
Little disappointed there. A little disappointed with that one. I know Matt Jackson's got a knee problem, so not really sure.
I think it's the beginning of a series.
You think that's what it is? Yeah, probably. What else is on? Adam Page and Kenny Omega, right? They're in the finals of the tournament.
That'll be fun to watch.
I think so. Yeah, I like that Kenny is the cleaner again. I always like the cleaner, even though it's kind of weird. It's a weird gimmick. It's very much like a DDT gimmick, in my opinion, but that's cool.
Jericho and MJF.
Oh wow,
they're my MJF's my favorite.
MJF,
that's iffy. Jericho made a few donations.
Yeah, he doesn't understand what. I don't think Jericho's from Winnipeg, you know, not the brightest guy. We're not going to sit there and be, we'll talk about Jericho a little bit later, but let's just say the guy's not a genius, all right? He's a good wrestler, but I would say my Uncle Ralphus would be disappointed in Chris Jericho this week. Or maybe he would be into it. I don't know. God rest his soul. But what else is on AEW this week on Full Gear?
We got Orange Cassidy and John Silver. We got Hikaru Shida and Nyla Rose, Serena Deeb and Allison Kay.
Oh yeah,
and Cody and Brawl Arena Award winner Darby Allin.
Wow, just think what a 2 weeks Darby's gonna have. First he wins a Brawl Arena Award. And now he's wrestling Cody for the TNT title. This guy's doing pretty good.
He could be the face of TNT.
Also, I think the Brawl Awards are a good luck charm for wrestlers because also in the news this week, Brawl Award winner Danhausen officially signed with Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm. And Brawl Award acceptor Mick Foley's son, Dewey Foley, was retweeted by Barack Obama
for voting. His first time voting. Good for Dewey.
Mick Foley very upset at the election results.
He's upset, yeah.
But in a good way. He's disappointed that this is America. And MVP chimed in the comments to say, "Yeah, no shit."
Yeah. Love Mick. Hope he's doing well. Hope he's okay. Dewey, good for him.
Darren, I want to bring our guest in.
Bring him in.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Open Mike Eagle to the show. Mike, welcome to Wrestling Club. How's it going?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Doing all right. Y'all hear me okay?
Oh, we could hear you just fine.
Okay, good. Fantastic.
Are you in Los Angeles?
I'm in LA.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a terrible place to live, but I live here anyway.
I am also in LA right now, so we're probably hearing the same incessant sirens and helicopters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that what happens over there? Jersey City, we're partying tonight.
And don't let a couple of major sports teams win championships, and shit really gets turned upside down fast.
Oh, absolutely. How is your week?
I feel like it's gonna be this week for 3 more weeks. So
Yeah, I think so
don't know how to
too.
answer that yet.
I'm not getting any hopes up. I'm just trying to stay empty and blank inside.
I'm prepped,
Yeah, go.
I spent like $300 at Trader Joe's the other day. I'm ready. They can. I'm ready for the winter.
What was that, like 2 frozen enchiladas?
That's it.
How much?
I got everything. I got all those little. I got all the frozen food. I got some. I got some snacks. Got some dried fruit. Keep my fiber intake up. I got some rice. Just lots of rice. So I'm ready. I'm ready for doom. I'm ready for the end.
I've just been eating brownies. Just brownies.
Oh, that's not. Yeah. Good.
Well, it's a big month for you. You've had an album drop, Anime Trauma and Divorce.
I did do that.
How does it feel to? Are you still in the thick of it, or you feel like you're now like coming down the? Where are you at with that?
Yeah, it's weird. It's a real personal album to begin with, and so it was a little awkward just having it out there to begin with, but it got like a good reception, which is great. But then they gave me all these endorphins, and now that's kind of waning.
Mm-hmm.
So on top of just the weird feeling of being publicly vulnerable, I also have the crash now. I have the sugar crash of the album being out of the spotlight, or starting to be out of the spotlight. So it feels real weird and gross.
Well, I'm still playing it. I like it a lot. I'm a fan.
That's great. I played it a lot too. I really think it's good. I really do think it's good, man. I really worked hard on it, so that's good to hear.
There's a connection that Darren was very excited to hear.
Yes.
With our show.
On your
Darren,
song, Sweatpants Spider-Man, you reference Chris Jericho's former bodyguard, Ralphus.
Yes.
Who is my uncle. So,
what?
That's right. That's my Uncle John.
Way.
I swear to Christ.
Wait.
Scout's honor.
What is Uncle Ralphus up to these days?
Dead. He died.
Are you serious?
He passed away. No, it's okay. It's all right. He had been in bad health for a few years, as you can imagine. He had a good sense of humor. It's okay. It's all right. But he was my uncle. So I heard. I'm a DJ at WFMU, and I was listening to one of our hip hop program, and all of a sudden, I heard a Bandito reference and a Tranquilo reference, and I was like, oh, wait a second. I think I know who this is. And then went through the lyrics, and I was like, can't believe it. There he is. Uncle Ralphus,
Wow, that's
honored.
Amazing.
Yeah. I don't know if he was a hip-hop fan, to be honest, though. But
I bet he might have been a Vanilla Ice fan. There was an MC Hammer song or two he liked.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to wear parachute pants. Those were the only ones that were.
Oh, poor man.
Where do you think you fall on the lyrical reference to pro wrestling scale? Like, you think you're at the top of the list? Do you think?
I think I have some pretty good ones, and so I don't think I have as many as a West Side Gun. Not as many instances, but I think when I do choose to do it, it's high quality.
I agree.
I think I make pretty high quality wrestling references.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you have? Are there any ones that you're super proud of?
Oh gosh, funny you should ask. I was just thinking of that while I was answering that question. My favorite one is trying not to have missteps in my catalog like Scott Hall burning Goldberg with a cattle prod.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Sold out 99.
Wow.
That makes me happy.
Wow.
And also,
I guess. Sorry.
The other distinction to me, it's less about the references, but I like to distinguish myself as having had an actual wrestling match.
Yes.
It's absolutely. You're not only an independent rapper, but you're also an independent wrestler.
in that I have done it once. Yes.
Yes, I agree. No, that's fine. That counts, in my opinion. You're on cagematch.net. You're there.
Am I?
Actually, I don't know. I think so. I'll check. I'm going to check.
Yeah, get those stats up.
All right.
You wrestled Shiloh. What is his name?
Jones.
Shiloh Jones.
Yeah.
Related brother of Spike.
Of course.
Yeah. So, well, first before we get into that, like, what's the beginning of your wrestling story? What's your first like memory of seeing wrestling on TV or something?
So the thing is, I don't have a first one because as far as I remember, wrestling has just like always been in my life because my dad has always been a wrestling fan.
Okay.
So
who are his guys?
I mean, when I was growing up and we were watching it together, it was Hogan, it was Ultimate Warrior, it was Savage, it was Andre, all the big WWF guys at the time. We used to go. This is my first memory that wrestling wasn't on the up and up. Was that my dad used to travel around the country with this sales job he had, and I would go with him many summers. And this one time, we went and saw a WWF card in the McNichols Arena in Denver. We were living in LA at the time, so we ended up seeing the same card in the LA. Like we ended up going to wrestling in LA at the LA Sports Arena, and it was the exact same card, and everything finished the exact same way.
Isn't that funny?
You got on the house show loop.
Yeah. So ironic.
It was the year, and I don't know if they were doing this on television, but the house show, one of the house show matches was Ultimate Warrior and Andre the Giant. Okay. And Warrior was basically squashing Andre.
Yeah, that would be the 89, I think.
So yeah, so I saw that
Andre
match.
was just potatoing him every night too.
Right. So he'd punch him, whatever his offense was, but the match would be over in like 40 seconds.
Right.
Yeah. Was that exciting for you? Were you still a holdout Andre fan, or?
Ever since Andre turned on Hogan, I hated Andre.
That's fair.
Like, as a child, like I had a lunchbox that had a Hogan, a Andre sticker on it, and when Andre turned on Hogan, I scratched the sticker off of my lunchbox. That's how mad I was at Andre.
Fair. I respect that. I've done similar things. So
but now Hogan's a racist, so I scratch him out of my mind.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of scratched up lunchboxes out there. But so did you have like the Attitude Era? I'm trying to figure out where the timeline would be. I guess maybe around like New Generation. Did you start like like moving away from it, or were you just like consistently like watching, WWF TV?
So
every
New
week?
Generation time, what my deal was I didn't have cable, so I wasn't able to watch Raw then. And I think the only access I had to watching wrestling during that time was like Shotgun Saturday Night or something like that. It was some weird show.
I was saying the same thing to Darren. I watched Dark, and I like that more than most shows because I only watched Superstars and Shotgun Saturday Night. Or we had WWF New York.
Okay, yeah. So I was in Chicago at the time, and I was only able to catch Shotgun is what I remember being able to see. And then when I got to college, because this was in high school, was during that New Generation era. When I got to college, the dorms had USA. So I was able to like fully jump back in with Raw, and then they started SmackDown soon after I got to college. So I was watching everything every week until about 3 years ago.
Were you having those like 2000? Were you having those Nitro parties?
At one point, I used to go to the rec center in my college. They had a giant TV upstairs. I don't know why I was there, but it was a giant TV in this one room, and all the wrestling fans knew we would go there on Monday nights, and we would switch back and forth between the shows.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
that's fun.
So let's talk about your OVW debut. I've listened to
retirement, all of it,
and retirement. Yeah. I've listened to your on Tights and Fights the whole long story about it, but I never really heard like what the like how did it begin? Did you get like a call from Al Snow and be like, "Hey, can you do these dates?" Or
well, it got to that point, but where it started was Shiloh Jones legit making like those promo videos that he was doing where he was at the local building in OVW, and he was making these and before every one of his matches he would do like a rap call out, and he would take these videos and he would upload them to YouTube, and he would tag rappers in them. So I remember the one he tagged me in, and they were all generic. So it wasn't like he was talking about individual people in these promos, but when he, to try to get the word out about his character, like I remember the one he tagged me in, I think like Cameron and Kendrick Lamar and like anybody, like he was just random tags of people, but he happened to tag me in one. And since I am such an avid wrestling fan, I actually watched it, and I said some shit back. And I think in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, he's trying to get heat. I kind of know how the biz works. And also, I don't have as much to do as Cameron. I don't have as much to do as Kendrick. So I'm on the internet chilling. When people say shit to me, I'm pretty accessible.
Yeah,
sure.
So I want to draw attention to this thread. I heard you talk about it. I had to find it. It's this OVW wrestler who has called you out, and you've taken the bait. And now there's just a thread of Mike Drucker, Mega Ran, Ted Leo, and Mac McCon, all like throwing like verses out at Shiloh Jones, which is also I am the only person to my knowledge prior to this that had a rap battle with Ted Leo.
That's right.
I did it on the Best Show when I was in high school.
Wow. But I didn't know he had experience in rap battles before that.
I think that's pretty much
that incident. So
it's me and Shiloh Jones and Ted Leo. So I don't know. I was just really tickled by that.
And then we got Ralphus's nephew over here.
That's
this
right.
Is a lot of
coming out, belly hanging.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a lot going on.
But just I love the idea that you are the branch between Mac McCon from like Super Chunk and Shiloh Jones from OVW.
Yeah,
that's exactly where we want to fit in the wrestling spectrum. But yeah, so like, tell me about this match. Like, how did you feel? Did you ache for days? Were you protected?
Yeah, I mean, so as this stuff started blowing up on the internet, because we did a couple things. Me and him are going back and forth. There started to be some real attention to it, and that's when Al Snow kind of like was like, "Hey, I don't know if you're interested, but we could really like do something here." And so that turned into me going out there and doing an angle, like shooting an angle with Shiloh Jones in Louisville, and we took that video, and that kind of blew up. But the way the timing of everything worked out, when it came time to actually do the match, I was only able to train for one day. And what that meant was they had to just train me for that match.
Right.
So I was super protected. All I had to do was sell for most of it. And I just had to memorize the sequence, and I had to know how to do a couple of spots, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
I had an experience in Denver. I was part of a comedy show that the comedians were performing in the ring. Chris Kubas, who was just on the show, he was part of it.
I love Chris.
Yeah, he's the best. And we had some NXT people, like former NXT people, that recognized my fake wrestling character. and they were like, "Wow, you should just be part of the wrestling part of the show." And then I was like, "That's my dream." Yeah,
yeah.
And I just yes anded all the way into the ring, and I was talking to this 300-pound man. I think his name was like Big Train or something, and he was like, "If you all right, I'm just gonna spear you." And I was like, "Okay, yeah." Like I know what spears.
And so had you taken a bump at all?
I had never taken a bump.
Not in a ring.
Yeah, not in a ring. Darren's giving me money of a bump, but yeah, I was standing next to the ropes, and he said, "By the way, like, if you stand this close to the ropes, your neck will hit the rope, and you will break your neck." And I was like, "Okay." So
that's good advice.
Yeah. Good.
But the thing said I was supposed to be like screaming at the audience. There was one little girl. I like truly embraced my heel and was like screaming at a 5-year-old girl who hated me.
That's the best.
And I was just so wrapped up in this like legitimate like heat moment that I didn't realize that it was my cue. And I had to slowly turn around, but like back away from the ropes. And he hit me with the force of a big train, but then like gently placed me down as if like, you know, we were in a Romeo and Juliet scene. It was very impressive. And yeah. But how did you have that moment where you were like kind of marking out inside? Because I saw the video. You're like very
the entire time.
Yeah, you're not showing
the entire time.
You are like.
I mean,
in the moment.
I had to do what I had to do to try to make sure the angle got over and the match got over. But I am there, like involved in my match are fucking Mick Foley and Ken Anderson. Like before the match, like randomly, because we're all backstage. This is OVW's 1000th episode, so they had all of these like luminaries who had gone through there, like back in the locker room. Like I'm back there talking to Jim Cornette, and Jim Cornette just improvs a fucking incredible promo against Shiloh. It was. I mean, fucking Billy Gunn was there. Danny Davis was there.
I looked up the card for the whole show, and it was insane, especially for like an OVW show.
Yeah, it was nuts.
All those people.
It was really nuts. Yes. Like it was. I mean, so when you talk about marking out, I was in a constant state of mark out the entire day. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was trying to manage and hold it together and just make sure I did what I had to do and you know, and was respectful of everybody there and grateful and not in the way.
Yeah, I mean, you've like worked with every like great underground rapper and above ground rapper, and like I'm sure you've met a million comedians and celebrities and stuff, but like I think wrestling is a thing, if you're anything like me, where like they are crystallized and they are these cartoon characters. So they are not like, you know, you could get to know them as people, but they'll still turn it on and be that cartoon character. And yeah, that doesn't get old. I don't know.
And they're bigger than life, figuratively and literally.
Yeah, large people.
Know? Like, I mean, Billy Gunn is a giant person.
We've met him before. He's
like it was crazy.
Yeah.
Billy and Bart. I remember they were like the tallest people at the wrestling thing we were at.
Large men.
Yeah. So you have moonlighted as a wrestler. Moonlit. Yes, I'm so sorry. And we wanted to talk tonight about musicians who started out as wrestlers.
This is very scary.
How do you feel about this topic?
I just know I can't even imagine how much bad music I'm about to listen to. I can't even.
Well, I mean, you might be surprised. I was personally surprised by something.
If there's anything good, I'll be.
I just say keep the bar low. You know, let's not get overwhelmed.
I'd say you might be surprised, but I can't promise that there's anything good.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Now, I was worried because you are of the musical world, so maybe you wouldn't want to criticize fellow musicians like Chris
I'll say
Jericho.
this: hey, any one of these wrestlers can criticize my match. I was not great in it. I was nervous. When I look back, my selling, which is really all I had to do, my selling was really shitty. So like, they can feel free to critique and judge my attempt at what they do, and likewise, I make music. If they make shitty music, I reserve the right to say so.
This is fair.
Right. I agree.
But we wanted somebody that has a outside perspective from the world of wrestling, somebody that has a great taste in music, but also no context to who most of these people are. So I'm going to bring in our second guest of tonight, one of my favorite comedians, Shalewa Sharpe. Shalewa, are you with us? Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Hey.
Welcome. Thank you
Hello.
so much.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us on a historic night 4 of our election.
Oh, sure. Yes, history.
We're here. We're making it. I want to remind everybody you can call in and talk about bad wrestling music with us at 732-200-CLUB. Yeah.
So we were just saying that, Shalewa, what is your experience with the world of wrestling to begin with?
It pretty much, much like wrestling and music, it pretty much begins and ends with Captain Lou Albino and Cyndi Lauper.
Did you say albino?
That's what I have been calling them as almost a lifelong joke.
That's really funny.
But yeah, that's it. He was in her couple of videos.
That's right.
I was like,
Yeah.
who's this dude?
One of which was filmed in my hometown.
Was it really?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh wow. Which one? Which one?
Time After Time. They filmed at Tom's Diner in Roxbury, New Jersey.
I was gonna say you live at the train station, but I guess that would make sense.
Yeah. But I've had those years too.
Yeah,
but not that specific one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was about it. I went to one wrestling match with my uncle, which was really only notable for it's where I smelled a jazz cigarette for the first time.
That's
Wow.
fun.
Yeah.
No, do you have any idea whose it belonged to?
No, we were in the nosebleed seats of the Omni in Atlanta, and so I couldn't see that far behind me who was smoking, and I could barely see what was happening in the ring.
What year is this? I think
This
we can
would've-
maybe figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I know that it was I know Roddy Piper was there because I liked him.
So this is WCW.
Yeah.
This was like, I knew it as WWF. They would show it on like Turner Superstation or whatever.
Oh, this is
It's WCW. Yeah,
Okay.
Well, it could have been WWF when they during the Black Saturday era. When
This was like,
WWF
this would have
took
been
over.
like 80. I want to say like 84.
Yeah.
Okay. Piper was okay. Right. So
Yeah.
this is it's right. Okay. So
Yeah.
early WWF.
Well, it would right because Vince bought the time slot from Ole Anderson, and they had Black Saturday, and WWF was on TBS for most of 1984.
Yeah.
Right, Brett? I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that's how I even knew it existed, and the only person in my family who enjoyed it was my uncle, and so I guess my mother was like, "Please take this child to wrestling because he's saying names I don't understand what she's talking about. Who was the junkyard dog? That kind of thing."
As
yeah.
much as I'd love to answer that question
Who
for
is?
20 minutes.
Who is, really?
You did mention Roddy Piper. Darren, could we start with Roddy Piper?
Yes. So this is
Wait a minute. Roddy Piper made music
Made
songs.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is
Oh
scary.
no.
Yeah. So
Because he could act well. He probably thought he could do this well too.
Oh,
I should also mention that the setup for this segment is like a lot of wrestlers have recorded music in one way or another, but a lot of it's like novelty. We wanted to focus on ones that were like at some point during the process they were like, this could really be something for me. Right. That really believed in what they were doing.
Serious attempts at music, right? Yeah. Not just novelties. This is a career direction possibly for these wrestlers. So
yeah. So Mike is going to give a perspective knowing who Roddy is, and Shalewa, I'd love to give you a perspective, or get your perspective of the music that you hear.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So here's "I'm Your Man" by Roddy Piper.
Oh boy, that's a bad time.
I've been watching you all night, 'cause everything about you, it's so right.
Sure.
The way you look, the way you move, the things you say, the things you do. Oh baby, I've been looking for you all my life. And if you're looking for someone that'll treat you right and never cheat on you, will never tell you lies, honey, if that's your plan, I'm your man.
Okay.
All right. That's a chorus.
Yeah. So, first off, anyone wager to guess what year this was made?
I'm going to say, maybe, I want to say 85.
85. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mike, any thoughts
on the year or just the overall thing?
Just I guess the year.
Okay.
Unless you,
I'll say 86.
86.
I'll do it like The Price is Right. I'll just go 1 year. 1 year
Okay.
Well, the song is from 1992.
Honestly, if it for 1976, it's okay. 1986, it's bad. 1992, oh boy.
What are you doing, Roddy?
What are you thinking here?
It sounds like one of your better commercials. Do you know what I mean? Like, it definitely has a jingle feel to it.
Yeah.
If "I'm Your Man" is like the name of a cologne.
Yeah, it would the chorus would end on a freeze frame of him smiling in a park.
Yeah.
Like if Stetson had an urban line.
Yes.
Then this could have been the jingle for that.
Yeah, it definitely, and those background vocals were straight up jingle style.
Yeah. Mike, how do you feel about knowing Roddy well? And this is
that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I feel like, I don't know. He's a guy with an attitude, right? Like he's a rude kind of guy. He's an in your face kind of guy. And he's like singing like Rick Ocasek. Like I don't get why this would be the choice. You know, like it's like an 80s Beach Boys kind of thing. I don't
Mike loves Beach Boys.
Yeah. I'm just a little betrayed because I thought he hated rock and roll from his feud with Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah,
he was in Madison Square Garden breaking electric guitars.
Yeah,
that's true.
Traitor.
That's true.
I mean, Roddy Piper is a musician. Where are the bagpipes? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
I mean, clearly.
I thought that it was a little. I mean, he kind of sounded a little bit like a simp. A little bit. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I remember of the few times that I've seen him. He's not someone who's like, you're the bee's knees if you're ever looking for a dude. I'm over here in the corner in the kilt. Like, that's not
right.
Not. Yeah.
No.
I don't think you're dating Roddy Piper for security.
No, but I mean, he's just snatching bitches, isn't he?
You would think so.
I thought
In the song, he says that I'll never cheat on you. I'm like, no,
that's
he should
not.
be saying I'm definitely going to cheat on you. Like that's what Roddy Piper should be saying. I'm definitely not going to be faithful.
It's a little. The song itself is a little too Manhattan Transfer for him. So I didn't hear anything that made it like rock. And then he's just like, wah 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 wah. over here, ladies, and I'm like, no, that's not. That's not what from what I remember when I was in 7th and 8th grade. That is not correct.
Well, would he make our collective Coachella lineup?
I mean, they have 300 slots, so maybe.
Yeah, so he probably will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 299 more songs to go.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not getting a tent though. He's not getting a tent.
No.
That's right.
No.
Yeah. He's doing the daylight
Yes.
hour shows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Darren, who do we got next?
Oh boy, you know what? Let's stick with let's stick with the WWF '92 theme, and let's go with Bret Hart, who did this song for. Was this on?
No.
I believe this song was produced by Simon Cowell.
Stop.
And it's from. Well, why don't we just go to it? This is Bret Hart. Never been a right time to say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
And I know lies would only hurt her. And I could never deceive her in that way. But either way, she'll end up crying. And I'd sooner walk away and let her love again. But anyway, our love's dying. There's never been a right time to say goodbye. To say goodbye.
Can you stop this, please?
Yeah.
Right,
if you don't like the Manhattan Transfer sound, probably not a fan of this one either.
Is it the same choir as the Roddy Piper
I
song?
mean, I feel like they're trapped in this world where this is how all music sounds.
Yeah.
Just
these are separate productions, I should know.
Well, no, you can tell the difference because this one involved far more cocaine.
Yeah.
Way more cocaine in this session.
How many?
Except for Bret, because he's as low energy as he's ever been.
How many vocal takes did Bret have to do to get those lines?
Are you, man? Look, no, I'm so mad at him because okay, so in his matches, right? Like, he's straight ahead. He's a competitor. He don't have much personality, right? But why would he bring that same thing to this? Why would anybody ask him to come in and do this if they know he's gonna do this? He's gonna do it like this.
Okay, so then this is in keeping with how he is.
Oh, this is perfectly him.
Okay.
Like the talking. The rest of the song has got nothing to do with him at all.
So then, all right, because I mentally was picturing, is he a blonde or a brunette?
Oh, he's a dark-haired person.
Okay. I, for some reason, pictured a dirty blonde, but just sitting on a stool on the stage, right? Just sitting on a stool and then just saying these lines, and then like the puff and toot singers and dancers are like around him, and glitter is being thrown, but he's just like stationary on this stool saying these words, and then they're having to do the heavy lifting. That's the vision I got in my mind. Is that close?
Yeah, no, that's dead on because he did no lifting. He just read the lines off of the piece of paper that they printed out for him off of the dot matrix printer that still had the holes.
While ripping the edges off the whole time.
They had to tell him to stop doing that while he was recording.
We can pick it up in the mic, man. You got to stop ripping those off.
What do you think Simon Cowell's reaction to this is a guy whose thing is he judges talent, and this is the music he was making before.
He certainly was sleeping with at least 2 of the background singers.
And I think he brought the cocaine.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So would Bret Hart make our collective Coachella?
Come on, man.
Let's say there's 5 slots available.
No.
Oh, no, that's it.
The Roddy song I thought was much better than the Bret song.
Yeah. At least he was singing.
He was trying.
Yeah.
I think Bret was trying.
No, he wasn't.
He was certainly being earnest.
No, he would. Yeah, but that's not trying
No,
with
Bret
him,
was not trying. I don't think
earnest.
Bret was. Listen to the way he enunciates those words. It's not natural. It's like he must have been. That's why I'm saying there had to be more takes, because I think he was even more low energy, and they were like, "No, you have to like pronounce these words." So he's going crying. You know, it was
okay. All right.
But
does he normally like mumble? Was he a mumbler?
Yeah, not well. He's from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He's got like 15 brothers and sisters from a weird family, and yeah, he's not really a great talker.
His dad used to kick his ass in the basement,
and they loved him for it. They revered him for torturing them. Not like child abuse. His dad was also
the edge, though. It's on the edge,
right? I mean, anybody else would think. I actually worked with somebody who lived in Calgary, and they were like, "Yeah, that family was really weird." But the dad was like an old school like carnival wrestler. So he would
had
like
a bear in the backyard.
No, the bear lived underneath the steps like the Addams family.
Sorry.
But the dad would bring them all down to the basement, which they called the dungeon, and he would literally just torture them with like carnival wrestling holds.
And anybody who came by the house to visit, Stu would take them down to the dungeon and put them in a hold.
To hurt them.
Yeah.
Wow, I would expect his music to be completely different. Based on that background?
He needed to tap into that shit. He could have been Kurt Cobain.
He really could have. Especially, what year was this made?
1993.
Yeah, come on. That's prime. Yep. We need to see you bleed type thing.
And Brett kind of looked like Eddie Vedder a little bit. He kind of had an Eddie Vedder thing going on.
But they dressed him up like Michael Jackson.
They did.
Yeah,
they did.
He had the tassels on the shoulders.
But when he
jacket, wore pink bodysuit,
pink
and black.
But when he would do like a magazine shoot, then he would have the hair was down. He'd have the jean jacket. You know, he looked a little cool he looked cooler than he sounded, at least.
So that was like him after dark, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Boy, should we switch gears and try maybe some hip hop?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Hurt me harder.
All right. Well, this one, let's do something that has a little more current. All right. So this is by a rapper. Well, he's now known as Real One, but he's formerly Enzo Amore. And this is this is from a video. And this is from a video he shot in where did he shoot it? In like North Bergen, New Jersey? And the Edgewater Acme grocery store. This is called COVID-19 Anthem.
Fuck you, COVID-19.
Yeah. Paradigm of the all seeing eyes in a prism. Yeah. Knowledge is power and equality is wisdom. Yeah. Straight white light refracts rainbow through a prism. All I ever needed was a little bit. I believe in aliens, not coincidence. Straight ignorance, no cap. That ain't holy water, bottle water, wash away your innocence. What's a blind to an incident? Distance by the dissonance. Do your due diligence, everybody's influence. But I ain't talking to when I say television. Close your eyes, shut the fuck up, do your best to listen. You hear that? That's your intuition. Trust that, before you trust these bitches. Cup running over on the road to riches. I'm dripping, I'm sipping, I'm slipping, I'm tripping. You could be good, you could be better, you could be different. Until you be you ain't even fucking living.
Hey, wait, stop, please.
Wow.
I've never heard somebody more in my life who thought they were saying some deep shit and just saying absolutely nothing.
He came out the box with fake mathematics, and I was like, "Oh, I know I'm gonna love this." Because
my God!
Wow.
He said, "You can be good, you can be bad, or you can be different. You can be all three of those things."
And he's at least one of them. We know for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Oh, Shalewa, you should know did he get convicted? Did he get convicted?
No,
I think he's only guilty by a jury of his peers.
No, well, he was arrested and charged. I think.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
With sexual assault. He's a terrible person.
Fired from. Yeah. So bad that he was fired from WWE. Which, think about what you got to do to get fired from that place.
Wow.
So, like, for context, imagine Pete Davidson's worst friend. That's who this guy is.
Okay. All right. He already, I mean, and this, so the title of this, like he made this recently.
Yes, this is a current event.
And yet the music is not recent.
That's just sound like Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, it's worse. I'd say oh wow, that's really and I mean I love hearing really bad versions of music that's based in 90s stuff. But this was particularly bad. Like this was only because he came out, because the music was giving me like do you guys remember that group Rehab?
Oh, that sounds
They were it was the same kind of like we're gonna have someone hit the snare hard and this real murky fucking bass line, and then you know we're gonna be in like I don't know, duck hunting jackets rapping or whatever. But it was the same kind of thing. But the words were straight up like backpack, smoky basement, nothing, no, you know, girls standing to the side just waiting for their boyfriends to finish watching this concert. Yeah, it was horrible mathematics at the top, so already I loved it. And then the music kicked in and it was like, what is this? Like Ugly Kid Joe? It's really it's really bad. It's really It really is evocative though. It is evocative.
Mike, as a rapper,
he said I don't believe I believe in aliens, not coincidence. What the fuck?
Priorities.
I didn't know those were diametrically opposed.
Exactly.
I didn't know that they had beef. I didn't know aliens had beef.
You can do both or neither. It's fine.
Also, should be mentioned that this is filmed in a supermarket.
Filmed? There's a video?
Oh, and there's a real video. He's got a fireman he brings out, which
it's fine. He's going for like a working man vibe.
He's going for like a jackass
He's a
vibe
Jersey
a little
guy.
bit. Yeah, you know, he's in the
this like
shopping cart.
Is this like a been caught stealing kind of thing that he's doing?
Yeah. He's also, there's a good chance you might see him at I think he performs at Broadway Comedy Club and is like a barker because he can't really wrestle anymore because he's kind of been canceled, but yet comedy is still fertile.
Yeah, I mean, if he was canceled for, did you say sexual assault?
Assault, yeah.
Yeah, comedy is always there for you.
Yeah.
He might be
Open
the
arms.
only person who's ever successfully been canceled.
Okay.
Yeah.
He might be the
Not if
only
he
one.
keeps- Not if he keeps making music like this.
Well, you know, I would.
You know?
Yeah, you're right.
The
Just straight to
sky's the
top.
limit.
Darren, who do we got next?
Oh boy. Well, you know what? Should we stay with the hip hop or what do you think? Should we? You know what? Let's try country. Okay. You know, let's. This is a country song by Mickie James, called "I Don't Give a."
Excuse me, mister, get your hand up off my shoulder. Sorry, baby, did that hurt? You see the fight behind my eyes, can't take those worn out pickup lines. No, not tonight, boy, haven't you heard? 'Cause I'm a hell-raising country girl and you might think I'm crazy. Flying down dusty highways in my drop-top Mercedes. You can find me in a jacked-up pickup truck, hanging out the window, yelling, I don't give up. Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't give up. No.
Wow.
Excuse you, Mr. Why
First, she seems to want it both ways.
What are the both ways?
Top down on the Mercedes and a pickup truck.
She's both.
I listened to some of her other songs, and there's like a running theme of like I could be downtown or backwoods.
Oh.
Which I think is
I'd
like
rather
still
you-
like a post Gretchen Wilson thing.
Oh shit! Post Gretchen Wilson.
At
I
least
love that she's the dividing line. You're either with Gretchen Wilson or you ain't.
One of the few country music things I ever registered.
Oh man. When was this made?
Oh, I think 2014, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something around there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there needs to be more fun in it if she wants to make it on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's very. I feel like she's yelling at me. And it like it's got a. It needs the velvet glove that's supposed to go over the. What is it? A stone hand? I don't remember sayings very well, but I know something's supposed to go in the velvet glove, and then it's supposed to feel better when you clobber me.
Right.
And this is just clobbering me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It is not ideal. It's a little shrieky. It also feels like it's. This definitely was after before he cheats.
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel like if you are attempting country, like, no, and that's not normally what your day job is. I feel like the first thing you do is like, well, I need to make something that's like before he cheats.
Yeah, although she's married to the current National Wrestling Alliance champion, Nick Aldis. So will he cheat? Has he cheated?
I've seen him cheat.
Thing to think about.
I've seen him cheat.
Yeah,
he's always pulling the hair, going for the eyes. But I don't
Mike,
know.
any thoughts on Mickie James?
I know she's got like a legit music career, right? Like she's like won some awards or something.
Has she?
I've heard that. They've said that, but there's nothing to stop a wrestling announcer from lying.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
also true. Yeah, it's Don West is telling you that on TNA Wrestling. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not true.
Because
I'm sure
listening to it,
she's probably attended the CMAs.
yeah.
I think
I don't know if she's won any.
I could see that.
Listening to
for
it,
sure.
I have questions. You know, like because the chorus seems like it's implying that she's saying she don't give a fuck, but why is she censoring herself for this song that is never going to be on any radio ever? I don't understand. You might as well just fucking say it.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing with I think that's like the fun thing that they do in country where they get real close and then they go or something like that. I feel like that's a lot of like new country. At some point they made the switch in country from cowboy hats to baseball caps, and at that point I feel I lost it. Not that I was necessarily 100% with it, but I was just like, well, you could just be any old idiot at a gas station singing at me. Like, what makes you special? That hat made him special, I feel like.
Yeah, but sometimes she's an idiot at a gas station, and sometimes she's going downtown.
I think there's literally a shot of her at a gas station in the music video for that song.
Of course there is.
But
They don't require a permit to shoot.
No.
You can do that and get in and out of there. No one will ever know.
Kind of like Enzo with his Acme grocery store video, which obviously the grocery store was closed. But
Were the lights on in the video, or
no?
Or is he just on his break?
And it's like obvious. It's like, yeah, it could be.
Who do we got next? I'm guessing that's another pass on Mickie James.
Well, you know what? We heard the country stylings of Mickie James. How about some country rock from Freebird, Michael P.S. Hayes? Here's a song.
Oh, God, Michael Hayes?
Here's a song called "Why Can't the Children Pray in School?"
No.
Why can't the children pray in school? Who could pass down such a rule?
With all the troubles ahead, let's give them some relief. If one nation under God is what we believe.
I wrote the song because I heard a news report 20 years ago about they wanted to take praying out of school.
Why can't the children pray
think people should be forced to pray in school. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just think that the people that still want to should be able to.
Was a snowman to show the way? Was a snowman to show the way? Well, the kids to pray.
Can I say stop?
Oh, I was just getting into it.
I don't think he's getting into it.
No, I think he might have been. Oh boy, I love it.
I am certainly curious on what the fuck the hook in a song like that sounds.
Let's see. Let's hear.
Certainly curious.
No, I don't hear it. There's no hook yet. I think it was just the.
I think it was what was at the top. I think he started with the hook.
Well, there's
this is my favorite one by far.
Well, I mean,
really.
I mean, it's not good, but it's my favorite one by far.
I mean, it's got the Freebird chords. And what was that? Da 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 da. Is that like Piano Man? What is that?
I don't know.
Michael Hayes is quoting some popular songs with that one, I think.
Yeah, it's like a Neil Diamond or something.
Yeah.
Something, you know.
I did a little research, and there's a sort of behind the music on YouTube, and he's like, well, you know, I was thinking back about this news story I saw 20 years ago about they're not letting the children pray in schools. And I'm like, first off, it took from inspiration to execution
20 years.
It was a 20-year span. And you think you're going to like fix it now?
It's like he's writing Bolero.
Yeah. And he's like, look, I don't want to make any children pray in schools. That's not my motivation here.
Yeah, I believe you, Michael.
Does he understand that nobody's actually stopping children from praying in school? Like nobody's gonna stop them if they start praying.
Yeah,
like,
I
they're not
think
gonna
he
get
just
kicked out
misheard
of school.
something.
You just can't. Yeah, he might have misunderstood the news story. Like, I don't know how much. I don't know how well Michael Hayes pays attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm putting this in the camp of country songs that are so painfully earnest that it hurts to listen to them. And the examples I have of that are there was one that was released after 9/11, maybe a few years after 9/11, that was called Have You Forgotten? That I can't remember, and I don't remember who sings these songs. I just remember that, you know, it there's all this wordplay, and then, you know, the hook is just "Have you forgotten?" or something like that. And then there's another one that's like I'm already there. When you're wishing for me to be with you, I'm already there. And it's like they have like this weird, they're walking this fine line of just extremely hokey and like a hymn, you know, like the Christmas shoes or something.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, who falls for this? And then you discover that dozens of people fall for it. And so I could see where someone, like if I was still working in an indie record store, I've already pictured the man who's come in and he wants a 45 of this song for his daughter who doesn't have any way to play it or any interest in the song at all. I can see that for sure.
I can see. Sorry.
No. I gotta say, for Michael Hayes' character and who I've heard Michael Hayes to be backstage in modern WWE, these motherfucking vocals are pristine. like that shit was tight.
Well, Michael Hayes is well, I don't know if he's a good singer, but he's a singer.
Yo, that was solid.
Yeah, that's
the only other song I ever heard from him was that song he sang over Terry Bam Bam Gordy's grave.
Oh God, that was also on the list, but we chose this one.
But that one was bad.
Yeah.
I felt like
we sing it.
one,
Yeah.
like vocally.
Well, Michael Hayes sang the original Big Show theme. You know, well, that's
really
that's Michael Hayes. Yeah.
I had no idea about
Yeah.
that. That's amazing. That's amazing.
I'm looking forward to Michael Hayes in 2040 with his QAnon anthem.
Oh, is he a Q guy? Is he really?
Well, no, but it's I read about this thing 20 years ago.
You said no too confidently.
I didn't say no. You're right. Well, I'm saying he's not because I don't think he's aware of it yet. It's a little too of the moment for him.
Yeah,
but maybe
it'll take him 10 years for it to get to him.
And then another 10 to write the song about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, inspiration comes how it comes.
I was thinking about this Reddit post I saw 20 years ago.
It should be noted that, like, imagine a man dressed in head to toe like bright red with like cowboy boots and like a red fedora and like some sequins to sort of mix it up, and then like a pencil thin mustache and like long blonde stringy hair, straightened.
Okay.
But dyed blonde. And also the red is like Carl Kanai denim.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like it's that thing.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, nope, that's not too far off from who I pictured coming in to buy the 45 of this. Especially if it's a cut like Carl Kanai, for sure. There's definitely that's going to go over the boot.
Well, I think the only song we have on our list that actually was a 45 is the next one I'm going to play. It's by an artist who went by the name Gene Carroll, but if you're a wrestling fan, you know him as Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh,
and this is from 1959, I believe.
Okerlund sang.
And, well, let's just take a listen.
Is it ever gonna happen? Is it ever gonna be? Is it ever gonna happen? Baby, down to me. Oh, it is well, tell me. And I got a funny feeling. The feeling's going round. Got a funny feeling. Baby, right of town. Woo! And I know tell me. Is it ever gonna happen?
All right.
Is it ever gonna happen?
There we go.
I think it's great.
Yeah, definitely the best one.
Now,
what's your feeling?
Mean Gene is the guy with the mic. He's the older man who was always hosting.
The bald guy with the mustache.
Or interviewing.
Yep.
The guy with the mustache. Kind of balding a little.
Oh, little. Okay. That's very fair.
All right. Well, that is who I pictured instead of a young version of that. Like I pictured how he. Yeah, I mean, I still liked it because I was seeing some middle-aged man in my head singing it.
The band disbanded in the 1960s, and Gene Carroll, now known as Gene Okerlund, went on to fame in professional wrestling, and he's been involved in the food business. Although the Shades weren't together very long, they provided us with some great music. Enjoy.
Tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Wop bop a loop bop a wop bam boo.
I mean, that is of the time. I got no problem with that. That's catchy enough.
Yeah.
Did that? How'd that do? Did that go anywhere?
I think it was pretty. I think it did okay in the St. Paul area.
Okay.
But not so sure outside of that.
But Mike, what's your feeling as someone that knows Mean Gene well?
I'm only wondering if Jimmy Hart produced it, because it sounds like he could have.
Well, that's the thing.
Question.
Most wrestling music sounds like it was written and performed in 1959.
True.
But it's usually from 1989.
Yeah. Jimmy Hart was in the Gentrys, which is a popular group,
I guess,
in Memphis. I think
popular.
Yeah, it's like
that's what I've been told my whole life. I'm not a
by Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, I didn't see any plaques of his at Sun Records when I went, but you know. All right, thumbs up on this one. We got to wrap things up with one more song.
I mean, it was great.
Yeah,
it was great. Absolutely,
it did what it needed to do.
Let's go out with a classic. I'm gonna go to this one. I don't even need to tell you who it is. You'll know.
I think it damn hope when you set it off. Set it off. Used to be hard hog, now you done turned soft. Doing telephone commercials, I seen ya dancing in tight as a ballerina. I knew all along you had those tendencies, cause you've been running from macho like I got a disease. Dude, please, your pay-per-view event was a joke. You're avoiding Randy Savage cause you know you can smoke. Come on, that was a charity event, but the Hulk didn't show.
He was a ringleader in the world of wrestling for years, but just a few days ago, Randy Savage was right here in Las Vegas promoting his latest venture. It may be hard to believe, but the Macho Man told us how much he likes being a rapper.
Yeah, it's the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and we're about to drop it on you like this. I've been putting my music as a priority one. My plate's been full about the music because, you know, it's really something that I really, you know, everybody's writing a book, and I'm not writing a book. I want to express myself with music. Hollywood Hulkster, you're at the end of your rope, and I'ma kick you in the butt and wash your mouth out with soap. Cause, like Rodney Dangerfield, you get no respect. So come on, Hulk, let's wreck so I can put you in check. Be a man, Hulk. Come on, don't be scared. You're running from Macho, that's what I heard. Be a man, Hulk. Come on, don't be a chump. I never thought Hulk would go wild like a pump. Be a man, Hulk. Come on, don't be scared.
Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Master P.
Yeah, from 2003's album, Macho Man's rap album, "Be a Man."
Okay, I was not on. My roommate just made me aware of this recording like 4 hours ago. I did not know it existed.
Okay,
and I still had to be like, is that the snap into a Slim Jim spella? And
Yeah.
yes, it was
That's
that
him.
one.
That's right.
Master P, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So then, like, he was selling this out of his trunk?
There's a vibe of that.
At the time,
A little
yeah.
bit.
Things were a little tough for Macho Man, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it came. Master P had a short-lived career in WCW, and I think they probably made friends there.
Good friends.
And yeah, the correspondence continued to 2003, and I think Randy saw his career was in the twilight of his, you know, and he was like, you know what, where am I going to go next? And I think he really earnestly tried to create a rap career.
Oh, so he was like trying to. Okay.
If I believe the UPN 9 segment, it seemed like his heart was really in that.
Oh wow, huh? And did that I assume that didn't go well. There wasn't a follow-up album or anything.
You know, I think it's truly, even outside of the world of wrestling, a novelty that's well remembered by a lot of people.
Okay, yeah. I feel like people still people enjoyed this in the way that, like, say, I enjoy the one song by Brian Austin Green from 90210.
Sure.
Because he did it with the Far Side or something. I can't remember. Anyway, but like, you're just like, oh yeah, it's goofy in the way that it needs to be goofy. He's talking about stuff that's important to him.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming is
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, crapping all over Hulk Hogan, from what I could tell.
Homophobia aside, Mike, where do you stand on these lyrics?
Bro, I want to say this. I have avoided this song successfully for 20 years.
Wow.
This is the first time I heard it, and I'm somehow more appalled than I even imagined.
Wow.
I would be. People talk about this song like it's good. It's not good.
It's not good.
Like, these are, yes, there was an attempt every bar to say something about Hulk Hogan. Were these things that were said good rap lyrics? No, they were not. No, they were not at all.
What about the delivery?
But the delivery is the best it could be. Right?
I mean, we're only a few years removed from like DMX being humongous.
Yeah,
Sure.
but this ain't DMX. This is epic rap battles of history. I don't know if y'all like, that's what this is. This is like Elvis and Michael Jackson rapping against each other and trying, like, this is not, these aren't good raps. Do you know what I'm saying? These are like I don't know who wrote this, but I want to find out who wrote it.
I have a
And I
theory
want to have a
because
conversation.
Randy has a poet in the family.
He does have his brother Lanny Poffo.
No, Lanny Poffo did not.
might
Lanny
have.
Poffo did not do
He is a poet.
Regular wrestling club guest Sir Lanny Poffo.
Yeah, honorary wrestling club member Sir Lanny Poffo.
No, he didn't do this. I guarantee. Because if he did it, it would have had too many syllables in it. The syllable counts
Sure,
were
yeah.
correct.
It would have
So
been.
this is somebody who knows how to write raps.
Uh-huh.
They just did it badly in this instance.
What was
because
the
they didn't have a lot of material to go on.
No.
I just love that it starts with "I'm diggity damn Hulk."
That's the best. Honestly, it starts high. That's the best part of the song. Now, Mike, if Randy Savage was alive today, you're not telling me he wouldn't be he wouldn't get a guest spot on your new album?
No.
Okay.
Not as a rapper.
As Macho
He could
Man.
He could do interludes, interstitials. He would have a sketch. He cannot rap on my album because he's not good at rapping.
Yeah, he's not, is he? He's not very good at it.
He's not.
I'm
he
a fan.
performed the material well, but the material wasn't good. And also, rapping is a craft. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be good at it suddenly. That's just not how it works.
Let's go to the phones. You're on Wrestling Club with Open Mike Eagle and Shalewa Sharpe. Who are we speaking to?
Hi, this is Brett from Chicago.
Oh, hi, Brett. How are you?
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Show is great tonight. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
So, it seems like you may have strayed into, spoken word, and, I'm not... I feel that King of Men or Pencil Neck Geek by Freddie Blassie, are one of the first and one of the best executed performances in the wrestling and music subgenre.
Well, Brett and I discussed that, and the reason we didn't include Classy Freddie Blassie, who did release a few novelty records in the 80s, 70s and 80s.
Not novelty.
Well, that's the thing. We would say it's a novelty because he's performing it in character, where it's like these other guys, maybe they're doing it under their names, but they're trying to, they're trying to have a music career of some sort. But,
Okay.
I know we're being technical. Brett and I argued about this, and we came to a conclusion that we gotta draw the line somewhere.
Well, this is a conversation that will have to continue. We got to wrap things up.
Thanks for your call, Brett. Appreciate it.
But Mike, thank you so much. If you haven't checked out this new record, it's great. I love it.
Thank you, man. Thanks for checking it out.
Really. And is this your second full length that you released independently?
First full length.
That's what it is the first one. Yeah, because the record that came out in 2018 was your first independent release, right?
Yeah, that was an EP. What happens when I try to relax?
That's right. Yeah. Love that one too. Great stuff.
Another great record is "Stay Eating Cookies" by Shalewa Sharpe.
Thank you.
I listened to that last night in between. I work an overnight job. So I was between refreshing election results when that just made my body ache. I listened to your album, and it was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brought me peace.
Well, thank you both for being on the show. Check out Shalewa. It's at Silky Jumbo. Check out all the open mic stuff. And thank you for checking out Wrestling Club. We're on Twitter at Wrestling_Club_ on Instagram at Wrestling Club WFMU. Darren, for everybody, have a good night, and I hope we have a president by next week's episode.
Absolutely.
And the right one.
Take care, guys. See you next week.